Okay, so let's continue yesterday part. Even you can practice your mm, like old objects also at here, like a normal above on things also you can practice it here. Okay, so because this is the new system, right? It supported inline declaration, new syntax, everything. So easily you can you can do it. I think this is not mine. Um, Maybe this is my old one. Okay, let me go back. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, fine. Then let's go. I'm commenting this one, existed code. So now we'll see how we can do the group by in select queries. So mostly today I'm going to cover the select queries. What are the things we can able to do it in select query itself? Okay. So because in new system, what whenever we are fetching the data, so there itself we are going to get exact whatever we require exact data. Okay. Uh, like okay, because previous old system, what we have done, we get the huge volume of data, then we do the loop statement and filtering. Okay, but in new, when it is come to the new syntax, max to max, they provided when we are extracting the data itself, we can filter whatever we unwanted part, and then we can get it. Okay, so in select query itself, we can do all those things. Okay, okay, so group by is nothing but you want to do some aggregations like okay, there is aggregation functions like some max, minimum, average, all these things we can do in select query itself. Means generally how we do, we fetch the data first, then we'll do the loop statement and give the some keyword like control break statements we are done in a web classical reports level, like at first, at new, at last. So there we use the sum keyword, and then we are filtering or we are summarizing the data. Okay, but when it is come to the new syntax, from select statements itself we can do it. Okay, I'm just going for the okay. So this is another way of writing the code. Okay, select statement, like a select from which table. So here I'm not mention the field names. Generally we mention the field names, right? Okay, so here I'm not mentioning. So here I'm mentioning. Okay, so from table, after that fields are like that I specified, and then field names I'm specifying it here. Okay, so like this also we can do. So this is the mod. If you notice, this is the mod. Mod is like we know, right? Normal mathematicals we use like divisions, right? There we have a mod. Okay, so if you want that value, then we can use it. Okay, so now especially I want to get the data which is maximum price and minimum price for freight tables. Okay, we have a table. Let me go to the table. So this is the freight table. So here, which is the highest price and lowest price? I want to check which. Okay, so these are the carrier IDs. Okay, so based on this carrier IDs, okay, so we have some um prices set here. Okay, sorry, this is the price. Okay, and this is the payment. Okay, so this is uh A A is the four. 425, uh, and AZ is like 187. Okay, so different again, different series. Okay, so the carrier ID and carrier ID and um, con ID. Okay, so based on different numbers, like different prices are there. Okay, now I want to get this data, which is the highest and which is the lowest. Okay, so let me go to the minimum. Okay, mini is nothing but uh, low price. Okay, so we need to give the alias name. Same way I want for max, comma. Price is nothing but field name. Here we have a field name, right? So this is the field name. Okay, I'm just choosing this carrier ID. Okay, and then I'm just checking with getting the prices and minimum and maximum price. Okay, max underscore price. So whenever we are using aggregations, we have to use the group by. Okay, otherwise we'll get a error. To avoid that error, we have to use the group by. Okay, into table. So I'm just filling into one internal table as flight. Okay, so then we can put a stop. If you want to give this some where conditions and all, then we can give it. Okay, then it is going to display with that. Okay, now I want to display the data. So either we can go for the SLV class and methods. Okay, but we have another one like a demo or class to display at output level. Okay, so let me use this. Okay, so I think, yeah, here we pass the internal table. Okay, at here, this is the one where we can pass it, or else directly that internal table we can pass it here also fine. Okay, then we can delete this part. Anything is fine. So let me say check and activate. So there is no there is no point to debug it here. Single shot, everything it is going to come. In because in select courier itself we are doing everything, there is no manipulations after fetching the data, correct? So I'm executing now. See, this is okay. AA we have a minimum price is to 425 and maximum also the same. AZ we have two prices, right? So one is 187, another one is 1032. Okay, based on the con IDs, we have a different prices. Okay, so this is the minimum price and this is the maximum price. So DL also 425 we have one price DL. Okay, so DL, yeah. Okay, so DL this is the one price we have 630. Another price is 425. Okay, so there is a different con IDs. We have different prices. Okay, so same way like LH. Okay, so all like this. Then we can get. Okay, so these two fields are like one is uh, so this is one price, okay, one field, and this is the another field. Max is one field, minimum is another field. Means field is the same, but we are aggregating like we are checking the conditions, everything in query itself, and we are getting the correct values. Okay, and if you want to do the order by, but suppose you want to make a order, okay, so either it is in ascending order or descending order, still we can do. Okay, so how we can go? So here we can mention order. Okay, before internal table, let me try it here. Okay, order by. On what basis order by? Okay, carrier ID, for suppose I want to make an order with the carrier ID, then I can mention with the carrier ID. Okay, so if you want in descending order, by default it is coming with the ascending order, but suppose you want to in descending order, okay, then we can make it descending order. Okay, I will show you that as well. So now based on carrier ID, okay, so what I'm doing, make it an ascending order. Okay, let me make it a descending order. Okay, so if you mention, if you are not mention anything at here, like it by default it come in ascending order, or else you can mention ascending also, then it will come. Okay, if you want to descending, if you mention descending order, then we'll get in descending order. Okay, then let me execute. See, it is reverse, like descending order it came. Okay. If you want to compare with the con ID, okay, in that case we can add the con ID as well at here. Or else con ID you want to concatenate, for suppose con ID and carrier ID. Okay, so you want to concatenate. Okay, let me first give the con ID. For suppose con ID, comma, means I'm adding one more field. Okay, so here we have a this field also there, right? So I'm just adding in my okay, so at here, in that case, we have to specify it here also, okay, with the con ID, because what are the key fields we are choosing? With those things, we have to make a order. Let me give the comma. Still, it is there. Con ID is select what happened. Field is missing by group by. Okay, I missed it at here. Comma separator with the comma. Okay, now there is no errors. We can activate it. Because it when we are doing group by, so on what basis we are doing, so what are the fields we are specified here, everything we have to mention apart from the quantity and amount relevant fields. Okay, rest of the fields we need to make it in group by. Okay, now what happens, first it is taking, okay, so with con id, carrier id and con id. Okay, so let me make it a order with this one also, because a we have 64 17 again, zigzag it came. Okay, descending order it came. Let me make it an ascending order. Mm, yeah. Okay, now it is came in ascending order. Carrier ID, con ID 17. Then we have a prices. Okay. So like this we can make it. Previous first time we got a very simple report, around 10 lines of records we got it. But now we got more lines. How it is came after adding the con ID. For each one we have a multiple con IDs. Because of that, it is came with the multiple records at here. Okay. So this is about by group by and order by. Okay. So order by is nothing but ascending order, descending order. Group by is nothing but uh, like a summation. Okay, so if you want to do any aggregations, calculations, anything, then we need to do use the group by. Okay, so now I want to go for the next one. Um, so case, I think already we use it case. Okay, so in our select query, but still let me go for what we discussed earlier, case statement. So case statement we inside of loop we use it, correct? So now I would like to use in select query itself. Okay, so let's go. Or I use in loop level. Let me go for new case statement in select query. Okay, so let's use select. Okay, for suppose sales order ID. Okay, SNWDSO table. From there, I want sales order ID. Nothing but sales order it comes. And currency, I want it. Currency code, gross amount. Okay, and delivery status. Okay, so all these fields I required. Okay, and here I would like to use the case statement. Okay, so in select query itself, we can use the case statement. Case when uh, okay, so gross amount. Okay, so less than 1,000. Then okay, I want to do some action. Okay, then I'm just giving some text. Sales order. Okay, else that means if it is uh, less than, if it is 1,000 greater than 1,000, then I'm just printing this value. Okay, this some text. Else that means less than 1,000, or else if it is nothing is there. Okay, in gross amount there is no value. In that case, I want to print like a empty. Okay, means less than 1,000 if it is there, then I'm just printing with the space empty. Okay, so and as we need to give the alias name like a field name, volume order from which table, SNWD underscore SO. This is the uh, table. Okay, let me delete all this part. Okay, so into my internal table data, give the internal table sales data, then I'm just giving sales. Okay, so and it is quite common like display output purpose. I'm just use this sales. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm fetching the data from SNWD underscore SO table with the sales order, currency code, gross amount, delivery status. I'm just checking with the gross amount is greater than 1,000. Then I want to display this text at output level. If it is less than 1,000, just I'm blank, giving a blank, or else you can give the low volume of sales order. Okay. Okay, let's save, check, and activate it. Okay, so it is got activated. I'm just going for output. So here, if you notice it here, so this is more than 1,000. Okay, then high volume it came. So let me check which is not filled with the high volume. 716 is there. Less than 1,000, then it nothing is there. Okay. So easily I can able to recognize based on this value, okay, which is high price and low price. Okay, who, which customer given like a high sales order, high amount of sales order. Okay, so such a way we can easily recognize. Okay, all these are all come under less than 1,000. So it is not um, like a volume of order column, it is with the blank. Okay. So like this, we can use the case statements in our select query itself. Then we can do the um, like give some more column, or we can do some calculation, or we can give some indicators, whatever. Okay. So I'm just going for the next commenting. Okay, so aggregations I want. Aggregations is nothing but some calculations and all. Mini max also we call those are all aggregations only. Okay, but there we saw only mini max. Okay, so here we'll see the sum. Okay, so I'm just write the query, select. Okay, BP underscore ID. Okay, this is the customer ID, customer number. KN Kunnar number is there, right? KN1 table. So in SNWD tables we use BP ID. Okay, so BPID means here it comes either vendor, customer, everything. So all are in one single table. Generally, when it is come to the ECC system, we have like a KN1 for customer and LFA1 for vendor. But when it is come to the SNWD tables, both are in single table. Okay, but those tables we never use in real time. Only for demo purpose, SAP they give it. So in real time, again, we'll come back to our normal fields only. Okay. KN1, LFA1, all these tables. And a few more fields are there, which is come document number. Okay, basic table purpose. We have a um, uh, like a document number like that. We have one table and mat doc. MSEG purpose. We have a mat mat doc is there. So like that, couple of tables, like especially finance relevant tables, they change it. Okay, so let's come to our select query. Okay, so what I'm doing, so customer ID, I'm taking company name and currency code from another table. Okay, so this is from the BP, okay, BP table, and this is from the sales table. So I'm just going for inner join concept at here. Okay, so here we have a gross amount also. So I'm just taking that gross amount. Okay, I'm just doing the summation this. Okay, alias name total underscore gross. Okay, so from which table? So SNWD underscore BP BPA as alias name. Okay, so if you give the alias name, we can mention. I'm not specified anything yet here, then we can give it as it is. It is fine. Okay, inner join with which table? SNWD underscore SO. So this is the sales table. Okay. Um, so what I will do, I will take it instead of reverse way, I will take it instead of this because the source I'm taking a sales order and for that sales order relevant, okay, business partner I'm going to get it. Okay, on what basis we need to fetch join these two. So SO or else let me give the alias name for this one also. Inner join with this alias name BPA. Okay, then we can mention BPA also. Tilt. Okay, so I just mentioned now both and sales table from sales table currency and amount. Okay, so we have a GUIDs for joining for these two tables. Let me use buyer GUID equal to BPA. Uh, here node key. Okay, so into internal table data LT underscore sales. Okay, whatever or else BP. Let me give BP. what happens. Okay, so per suppose there is a huge volume of data, then we can take it up to 50 records, 50 rows. Instead of select query, I'm just using like this. And if you want to do the group by, whenever we are doing aggregation, okay, so let me show that error. If you are not specified group by, okay, see, we'll get a error, missing group by error. Okay, whenever we are doing aggregations, we have to use the group by. Okay, on what basis group by? VPID, whatever, like apart from the currency relevant, so the rest we can use it at here. Okay, so company code. Okay, so these are all from BPA. Let me give the BPA alias company name. So sales order alias currency P. Okay, so now to display output purpose, we can choose this class. See, now everything we are doing on select query itself. Okay, so while we are fetching the data, so there itself we are filtering and doing these calculations and then extracting. Okay, so I'm executing now. So this is our calculation field, whatever we calculated. Okay, so what we are doing, so based on this partner, business partner, okay, what is the company? For that, all we are doing the summation. Okay, let me go to the table. Okay, but suppose again we need to join, right? So it is stock job. Let me go to SC16. Okay, so I will go for the sales table because there only we have a amount. Okay, SMWD underscore S4. Okay, so for suppose we have a uh, so buyer. This is the buyer. Okay, so buyer go ID. Directly we don't have a BP. Okay, so let me first we'll get the SAP relevant BPA UID. Then we can get the company. Where is the company code? Yeah, company name at here. SAP I want to go ID. Okay, no value found. Let me remove. Maybe it is a caps SAP. Okay, so here node key. Okay, so this is the node key. What I will do, I will take these two node keys. Let me check again. Node key correct or not? Yeah, this is the node key. I'm just taking only these two node keys. This two is belongs to SAP. Okay, so now I'm going to S4. So here, GUID, yeah, buyer GUID. So here I'm going to enter those two node keys. Oops. Okay, let me go again. It is not copied. SAP. Okay, copy. Go to one more, and we can go for the sales. Here, buyer group ID. Enter. Execute. Okay, I'm checking only for sales order. Okay, let me go back. I don't want to see all these are all. I want only buyer ID, currency code, gross amount. Okay, these fields only I require. Okay, see if you notice, all these are all belongs to SAP one. Okay, so these are all calculated, summarized. Okay, so all these are all summarized, and then it is came at our report. Okay, so let me show you that also. let me summarize. So we have an option at here, right? See, this is summarize it. Okay. So there is a 20 lakhs 37,000. Let me check in our report. 20 lakhs 37,660. Correct. So like that, based on each one, it is summarized and then it is displayed that uh, after summarize that value, displayed here based on the company code, BPID and company name. Okay, so then it is summarized. Okay, so yeah, so like this we can do some calculations, aggregations part in our query itself. And I'm just going for the next. Okay, so one more. Okay, we have few. Let me go. Okay, but suppose you want to do manual calculation in select query. Okay, so then how we can do? Okay, so calculation. So I'm just use the select statement. Select. Okay, I want to do something. 1 plus 1. Okay, just for example purpose, I'm just doing 1 plus 1. Okay, want to add something, then you can use the keyword like alias name. This is the alias name. You can give. So summation, this is the summation. You want to do minus, then subtraction, multiplications, whatever operator you can give it at here. Okay, and I want gross amount. Okay, then I want to do something divisions. Okay, so what I will do, LV, I'm just declaring one variable at here. This is the inline declaration variable. Okay, some discount. Okay, so with the gross amount. So alias name we can give it for this as well. After calculation, we need to get that gross amount. Okay, and you want to sale, we are done, right? Very beginning time. So you want to next number for gross amount. So then you can use the gross amount. So alias name is sale underscore gross amount. Okay, comma. Whatever. From which table? SNWD underscore S4. Okay, into internal table at the rate data. Okay, everything I'm doing in my query itself, LT underscore sales. Okay, so what I'm doing, one is manual calculation, another one I'm doing with the divisions, another one with the like a sale operations, like next number or floor, like that, whatever we want, all those things we can fetch it. We can do it at here also. Okay, so at the rate we are giving. Okay, yeah, let me declare this value, data declarations, LV underscore this type. Okay, it is a type is P, like a decimal values we required, right? So then I'm just doing. Okay, so default I'm just giving with the some value we need to pass it. So how much discount you want to give? 10%. I'm just giving the 10% at here. Okay, so there is no syntax now. That is, we can execute. Okay, I'm executing. What I'm doing, so I'm just doing the calculation like a discount giving it here with the 10%, multiplying with the gross amount. And this is the next value. And here I'm just doing the 1 plus 1, that is a calculation. Okay, 1 plus 1 becomes 2. So additions I'm just done. So this is the actual gross amount. From there, I'm doing the some percentage at here. So with okay, so 25,000 into 10% it is 2,500. Okay, and sale is the next value. So 68, 67 is that the next value it is displayed with the 68. Okay, I think last 1 minute, please join again. We'll continue another, okay, 10 minutes, then we can close. So clear, right? This queries.